So I had a dream, and I was like I was at like this like new job where we like were selling like carpets or something, and the boss, I remember like he had a mustache and he was kind of chubby. Anyways,
Had a mustache.
Yeah. Anyways, so it was my job to go out and try and get customers in the store, but he said I could just yell anything. So I remember just like yelling like in my dream, like I just remember in my dream like yelling like really random shit like I don't know, like Grown Ups 2 is the best movie ever made, or like just like
Did it bring people in?
yeah, I got a raise in the dream.
Yeah, wife and kids in the dream.
yeah. And I went home and I said, honey, look at what I went in to tell her, and she was making out with my other boss named Steve. And Steve is this like bigger Italian fella. And then I went and got my gun and loaded it, and my son was like, Daddy, what are you doing? I slowly walked down the hall, and he's kind of grabbing at my shirt like, stop. And I creaked open the door, and there was my wife with Steve, and I fucking killed him.
Wow.
Then did you wake up, or is it anything?
Yeah,
else
I woke up laughing.
Turns out it wasn't. Turns out it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
That's what he did right
He had
before the
blood all over
podcast.
his
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Holy!
The cops are coming for him.
Yeah. Woo, that's my sound. That's like I think it'd be better if our police siren sounded like
Moose.
the milkman.
yeah.
I had a dream that, this is last night, and I was like getting arrested by my family who are police and like firefighters, and they had me.
So the firefighters were there to arrest you?
And the police family members, and they had me like locked up or handcuffed, not locked up, and they were just being really mean to me, and I was like, but we're cousins, and then they were just being dicks, and I was like, fuck you guys. And
So did you go to jail?
I don't remember. That's the only part of the dream that I remember.
Oh, like where? Oh.
I was just like sitting there like with my hands behind my back, and they were just like talking shit.
You
at my
stink, bro.
face. Yeah, to like all their cop buddies. Yeah.
You're talking about your
He's
cock
got
cheese?
a small dick. His nipples are really big.
Yeah. They put you on
They
like a
started
tree outside, and they put
Pinching my nipples
and
and,
they fucking-
smacking my
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
It was horrible,
Sounds
Yeah.
hot.
but amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I woke up with a boner. Just cum everywhere.
So it was like a wet dream.
Them soggy.
Yeah, it was soggy.
Soiled his unders.
Incest wet
It
dream.
was
I
a
like
tugboat dream.
that. I'm gonna put my phone somewhere.
My last dream was weird.
What was your last dream about?
I was just watching the news, and then it was like urgent news, and then it showed Josh Allen, and he was like sitting there, but he got like taken by these people, and they like cut his hand off,
Oh,
so he couldn't play football anymore, and then that was it. And I was like,
I guess that's a good way to fucking.
and I was like, what the heck? Why am I dreaming? I don't even really watch football.
What
I'm
would
dreaming about Josh Allen's hand getting cut off.
He's
What do you think
hanged.
would happen if like there was like that would be a great
ISIS
way to,
abducted
yeah,
Josh
yeah. I was
Allen?
gonna say like some jihadist
Yeah,
took Josh Allen or like
They probably got a lot
any
of
football
money.
player like Tom Brady, and they had him tied up, and they were flicking his wiener first, but that's not even relevant to the story. And then
That's just what
They-
they do for pleasure.
yeah.
That's not what they're
And-
there
and
for.
then they
That's
cut
not
his-
what they get paid for.
like they cut his fingers off and they left like they're just the palms.
they could get so much money for that.
Yeah, I'd
Facts.
buy a Tom Brady finger.
I'm saying if that's what their ransom was, like
Oh. Right.
not buying his
selling,
actual finger.
not like selling his fingers.
If they're like,
Oh.
give us $30 million, we're going to cut off Tom Brady's hand.
How much would you pay for a finger? A Tom Brady finger?
I wouldn't. I don't want one.
I do.
More importantly, what would you do with it?
I'd put it in a trophy case.
I'd cut my finger
Think
off
you'd
and
put it
sew
up-
it on, and
yeah.
then I would have the skill of Tom Brady.
Oh.
Too. I'd probably put it at my butt.
Oh.
Imagine where his fingers have been.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Would a
His
dead
fingers are
finger
probably
be like too
gross.
cold though to put up your butt?
No.
I guess
I've
if you,
seen it
I
happen.
guess if you heat it up in the microwave before you stuck it up there.
Put it in a pot of boiling water or something.
Yeah, like a
Maybe
hot dog.
just rub it
Make
like
a hot,
this.
Yeah.
make a hot
Maybe
dog.
just,
Yeah, make a hot
just go
dog
like
out of-
that.
yeah.
Just go like that.
Lube it up.
Yeah, I guess the friction could heat up Tom Brady's
Get
finger
it
before you put
taxidermied
it
and turn it
your
into a
butt.
dildo.
Yeah. Yeah, taxidermy. Yeah. Wow.
No,
Oh,
we're
good
really
idea.
honest.
Oh,
We really called a hot streak
Fuck,
early with this
yeah.
episode.
fuck.
Oh boy.
No, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, what's like the most outrageous like knick-knack or like sign or whatever that like one of your family members has? Like I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like my mom has a bunch of like
Confederate flags in her.
yeah, she's got she's got
a whole General Custer room in the house.
She has just pictures of Denzel Washington all over the walls, but like in a cool way.
Well, we're sitting on the deck in my backyard, and there's a sign that says, "Welcome to the deck."
Welcome to the deck, baby. Hey, baby.
Along with thousands of "Live, Laugh, Love" signs around the house.
I was gonna say there's a
Yeah.
lot of live, laugh, love in my house.
Yeah, there's that commercial where it's like where you're turning into your parents and they're like, "Do you need a sign that'll tell you to live, laugh, love?" And everyone's like, "Yes." And he's like, "No, you don't." That's like what I gotta show my mom that because all of her signs are like,
Praise Jesus.
yeah, it's like John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Begotten that. Whoever should believe in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And I'm like, that's a good scripture verse.
Jesus was spitting.
Yeah, no,
Jesus was on
Jesus
mushrooms.
Didn't write that.
Oh, who wrote it?
John.
John.
It's called John 3:16.
Oh.
The Bible is just like split into the disciples. They all wrote a chapter.
Jesus was lazy as fuck. He didn't
write any of it.
Yeah.
It was his disciples that wrote all of that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean. But then I also don't know who wrote like Corinthians. I don't think there's a guy named Corinthians.
No, I don't remember. Someone wrote the first.
Yeah.
The Old Testament.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Jewish fellas read. Did you know that? The
What?
Old Testament.
Really?
They don't.
They
read
only
the New
believe
Testament.
in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't think Jesus was real.
Yeah. Father Abraham.
Too cheap to buy the new version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They couldn't afford it. They're like,
Oh, jeez, we're gonna add a whole nother book? How much is that gonna run us?
Too much.
yeah, too much. Anyways, we'll get away from all the
Stinky talk.
political, religious jargon, and get back to what's really important. What were you gonna say?
Did you guys ever used to like go to Walmart in the middle of the night, like with you and your friends?
Yeah, I remember we were friends. We did that.
I went there with you.
together. He's like, oh yeah, right.
No, but I remember going there with some other folks, and we would steal go on the Dr. Scholl's thing where you would put your feet on it and it would tell you exactly what your feet need
Oh yeah.
for the inside
Did
of
it as
yourself.
a joke and then you found out
Yeah.
something really serious. You walked out with some Dr. Scholl.
Sounds like he's missing a foot.
I got fucking bunions and fucking motherfucker. But we would just go in there at 3 a.m. and do the Dr. Scholl's, and then we would just steal them, and then like the buzzers would go off, but it was in the middle of the night, so there wasn't.
What,
really...
you stole Dr. Scholl's?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
We
became
would
Dr. Scholl.
We would get test fitted, and then we'd just steal them.
Oh God, you take it for a test ride around the store a little
And
bit.
then we'd steal footy pajamas up, and we'd all match together, and then we'd play
Ooh,
around
that's
at night.
cute.
Oh, that's cool. What kind?
They dressed up as little
Like
doggies.
checkered or like polka dot or like
Dinosaur?
spongy bob?
I think it had stars all over. They were blue.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
did you guys try them on first? Like, how did you know your size?
No, he would just steal them. This person.
Fucking.
Jimbo.
Oh, dude, Jimbo. He's always. Oh, dude, Jimbo's always up to something, man. I swear to God. that
One
guy's
time I
fucking
walked
crazy,
into Walmart,
man.
and I think I was with my mom and my brother, and then this kid starts yelling. I think he's yelling for his dad or his mom, I can't remember. But he's like, I think it was his mom. He was like, Mom! Mom! And we're like, what the heck? And he goes, I pooped my pants! And we're like, what? And then he like pops out of like this clothes rack. He's like, I pooped my pants! Like, screaming it. And we're like, is this real?
I don't know if I've heard that story or I remember that.
I probably told it to you before.
Because I feel like I've seen stuff like that a lot where it's just like a little kid screaming.
I saw it firsthand. I saw the kid. He shit his pants.
Wow.
I didn't see
Fuck.
poop, though.
Oh, I was going to say, I wonder if there's any,
Any evidence
yeah.
on the scene.
Fuck.
And then when I was just at the beach, there was this. We were out in the water, and then there was this little girl that was like swimming to the sandbar, and she was like,
Help! Help me! Help! I can't swim! Help!
and then I was like looking at this little girl like drowning, and then I was like, just like looking around, and then her mom was like, "Shut the fuck up! You're gonna be fine. You always do this." And she just got out of the water like she was fine.
Oh,
she just
was
walked
just
away.
like a little bitch.
Yeah, she was just looking for the sympathy.
yeah,
Yeah,
vote.
because
trying
if
to
you
get
would
some
have went to
attention.
help her, you would have.
I would have drowned. I can't swim.
You can't swim.
No, the water was 4 feet tall. I would have drowned.
Oh, holy hell! You would have caught a case anyways, though. If you
Yeah.
would have been able to swim.
No shot. No shot. I'm going to help.
Either way, I was going to jail.
I almost drowned once as a child.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Me too.
Do tell.
How'd you do it?
I was at Beaver Island, and I had a hat on my head, kind of like the one I'm wearing now, but a little bit smaller because I was a younger lad.
Younger gentleman.
I think I was 3 or 4, and I was with my older brother and his friend, which they could swim perfectly fine, and I could not swim yet, and I followed them out to deeper waters, and then I got swept over by a wave, and I was drowning, and then my mother saw my hat floating on the surface of the water, and I was like, oh my god, and she started sprinting out. She said that it felt like she was running on water. That's how fast she was running out there, and she scooped me up and brought me to shore, and then the lady next to her looked at her, and she said, I've never seen somebody run that fast in my entire life.
Oh,
And my mom was just like,
that.
wow.
She was. Yeah, the woman wasn't a big fan of the Olympics apparently, because you ever seen people run?
Got to get out of the house more.
Her
later.
first time
Yeah.
seeing somebody run. Literally her
Like,
first time.
walked really fast. It's like,
It was like you were like speed walking, but like a little bit faster. It's crazy.
That was insane.
No, but actually, I feel like that's like a pretty common thing you hear, like
Like,
of like
mothers
mothers
lifting
like
cars
yeah,
and stuff.
That happened to him apparently. I mean, I wasn't there.
Nan?
No, Nanners isn't that strong. She would let it happen to us. In the 1950s, when my aunt was like really little, apparently she like you know how dumb kids are. She stumbled out into the street, and in the 1950s they would play like in traffic. And so my aunt was out there, and
Dodging cars.
Yeah, that was kind of
Playing Frogger in
yeah,
real
they
life.
called it kadodge. It's just like a weird way to.
You just combine the word car and dodge.
It's how. Oh, I've always wondered why they called it that. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, so she got hit by a car. She was under the car, under the front bumper, and apparently my grandma ran out there, like.
Mima?
And then the neighbor said it was the fastest she's
She's
ever seen
someone run.
They didn't have the Olympics on TV back then. Anyways,
on the radio.
yeah, they would just call it on the radio. There goes Stevie Johnson.
He's moving real
It's a Bill
fast.
player. Anyways, and she lifted a car.
She had
It was
no
a long,
arms.
it's
She
a long-winded way of saying my grandma actually used her teeth.
Now she has severe
With-
jaw
Mhm.
problems.
Mhm.
Well, she's dead.
Exactly.
That's our first problem.
Yeah.
Our second problem was
Yeah.
horrible teeth.
Yeah. No, she
Dumb bitch.
She had like the George Washington wooden teeth.
She
For
had
a
the
majority
woodies.
of the
She had the
time.
woodies
Yeah.
in her mouth.
She got that
They called her
splinter
the
mouth.
woody- Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
grandma.
Yeah, grandma was built diffy though.
Facts.
She got oak.
My grandpa
Oak.
told me this story once when he was like a kid. They'd do like these like tractor rides or something but he was the story's kind of like gross.
Oh.
But he was on a tractor with like his siblings and like his cousins or something, and one of them fell off and just got ran over and died.
Oh my god.
Got smoked by their dad or like
Wait,
uncle.
who was that?
It was like his cousin or something.
Oh my god.
Got ran over by like their dad.
And
Just died. Got smoked.
what?
What? And she got ran over by her dad, right?
Yeah, that's who I was named after.
Got smoked.
So Tanner's mom is named after the girl that got smoked.
She fell off a tractor and was
What's-
run over by her own father.
What are your experiences with tractors? You like them? You don't like them?
She stays away from them.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be
We
Genevieve,
don't believe in tractors
Genevieve
after.
Jr. Huh?
Can't even mill the crops.
I don't really have any experience with the tractor.
She said she doesn't have any experience with the tractor, which is for the best because
But yeah, my grandpa was on there with all his friends and whatever, his cousins, and one of his cousins fell off and got smoked and then died.
and then what did
Fuck.
I mean,
They put her in the dirt.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
She was run over by her own father. I
Whoa.
was like, what? What time period? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
It was great grandma's. It was Papa's mother.
Papa's mother's sister.
Father.
And it was her father who ran him over.
It would be your great-great-grandfather.
My great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Ran over what? His granddaughter?
No, his daughter. So
Fuck.
great-grandma's sister.
So my great-grandfather ran over his own daughter
Yeah.
with a tractor.
How do you explain that to your wife?
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie.
Dude, that's gotta be like, that's gotta scar
fuck.
you for literally ever.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely got a divorce after that.
Probably not.
I was watching
He
something.
probably just beat his wife at
Oh,
that
dude,
time
yeah.
period.
I was watching.
It's your fault.
I was watching
Exactly.
Dateline, and like they were like, you know how that guy like Morrison, whatever. He was like, he was like their daughter got murdered. He's like, yeah, so that was probably bad for your marriage, huh? And like they're divorced. It's like yeah, like no, like he asks like the most like obvious like questions, and he's like, it's like the father's like, yeah, I mean our daughter was murdered, so like of course we got a divorce
Yeah, I
after.
mean, how do you even...
And like the mother kind of like became obsessed with the case type shit, and like Keith Morrison's just like, wow, so you must have been talking about it a lot, the death of your daughter, huh? And they're like,
What?
yeah, no, have you
can't
ever
ask
seen
that.
that shit?
Wait,
It's
is that the Bill
Not
Hader who he
understand.
does
yeah,
the impression of?
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I was watching it, and I'm
Okay.
like, because so Bill Hader, I don't know if anyone knows Bill Hader from.
Yeah, he's pretty
from
niche. Yeah, he's
yeah.
pretty obscure.
But he had like a bit about it, and he would just kind of like talk about like how Keith Morrison would be like talk about like say like they played a sound every time they were about to like murder someone, or like, and so like one of the survivors, and they're like, so is this the sound that they played for you? And they would play like the sound, and the person's like, oh yeah, like yeah, fuck, can you not play that? And they're like, yeah. So I can't do the voice, but like it's just ridiculous. And that show, like if anyone is at home around noon
In a home.
At noon 30. Yeah, it's definitely a good investment of your
Not for
time.
the Amish.
Yeah, not well. I mean, they do have Amish cases, but usually the Amish, you don't know if someone's murdered in the Amish community. Amish.
Yeah, how
They
can you
allow it.
tell? And there was fucking Amish people in.
Didn't we talk about that last time?
Oh, did we?
yeah.
Oh.
No. What were you gonna say though? I don't know what you were gonna say.
Oh, wait, what?
We didn't
I-
talk about that on the podcast.
What did we? When did we? Didn't we just talk
We
about
were all
Amish?
drunk talking about... Because I asked, do policemen, like, go to Amish towns and, like, do stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or do they have their own law? Like, are
I
they
could have
just
swore that was on the
lawless?
podcast, or were we must have been just talking about
No,
it.
we're talking
Yeah, I
about it
don't
over
think
there.
so.
Oh.
But I was gonna say there was Amish people in the hotel lobby, and they had the bird scooters, and they took them up to their room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just, I think we talked about
Yeah,
that. I don't
yeah,
think we
you're
did it on
talking
the
about
podcast,
that.
but either way.
I don't think it wasn't on the podcast.
Yeah, it's called Amish Law.
No.
That'd be a good TV show. Amish
But, like,
Law.
for real, like, do cops go... Like, if they have a problem, like, who do they call?
They
Do
don't-
they
I
have a
don't-
sheriff?
Yeah, I don't
do they
think
have
they
a
do.
town sheriff?
Well, I guess to them, murder's frowned upon.
No, they had that Amish show where the Amish, like, Amish gangs, and then they would, like, govern
Amish
people.
gangs.
No, yeah, it's Amish.
Yeah.
Not breaking Amish, but it was some kind of Amish show that I would always watch, and they'd, like, go around and, like, fucking hit each other with pipes and shit.
They all had their beards, but they had
It's like a
they
1920s,
had bandanas
like...
that they sewed themselves.
And they had, like, Cadillacs and shit. It was bullshit.
Oh, what? No.
And, like, beepers, yeah.
No, they-
in, like, 2010.
They used to dye their horses different colors. Like they would put like the Gucci logo on the side of their horse.
Racing
But
stripes.
with
Yeah, racing stripes.
with the Amish, like, girls, they do something at, like, 16 where they, like, go out and they, like, get drunk and, like, have fun, and they can, like, decide whether they want to be Amish or, like, go just be a
Well,
regular
I don't
person.
understand why anybody would want to do that.
Well, because of Jesus.
Bejeebus.
You can build houses really quick.
Don't
That's
they
true.
read the Bible, or are they like I know they're a sect of
Their
Christianity.
life's probably way simpler, though.
Yeah.
Probably a lot less stressful.
No, it is 100. Well, unless you.
How do they pay for stuff?
No, I
Exactly.
could see there being a
How
problem.
do they pay for land?
I watched this one, and the guy was
they have an
Amish,
income?
and
I'm
he.
looking this up.
They
I know. That's
definitely
what I
built-
just started. I wanted to look up.
They definitely build a lot of shit, so they probably have barter systems in their communities, I would assume,
Yeah, probably.
because since they're like just, and they're all just amazing at building. What if you're just like a shitty builder in Amish?
Yeah.
You can't
Like,
build-
we're
can't
gonna
build.
have we're gonna have Ezekiel build your cabin.
Yeah.
And then he's like, God.
An Amish.
Damn it.
This says an Amish farm of 80 acres, 40 cows, 5 acres of tobacco, veggies, and fruit can earn a gross annual income of 125,000 or more.
Yeah.
So these men are rich.
Yeah. I believe that.
Fuck.
And also, not only that, but like they're building like chairs.
I guess they could hold cash, right?
Yeah, they can hold cash. They're allowed to use money. It's just they don't believe in anything after like the 1800s for some reason. Like they have technology if you think about it. Like they use lanterns. But why is that? Like they don't believe in anything electric.
This Amish father had 14 kids and he had 400,000 in his savings account and in his bank.
Oh my lord.
And they lived in squalor, but Papa was fucking balling.
Papa
Going
went
out
to
on
heaven at least.
going to fucking the casino on the weekends.
Yeah. I mean,
Jebediah.
why wouldn't you like spend your money to build an absolutely beautiful house if you have that much
They
money?
pay taxes.
Oh, I know they do.
I mean,
They
I guess
have
that they
to.
have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could build like a crazy house for just the price of materials.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, they build all their own shit.
If you were
the
worth
most
like
part.
400,000, you could like not do anything for a year, just focus on building your house. Like like you could afford your food and stuff. You don't have to work.
Yeah, they already grow this shit.
Like if I have 400,000, probably gonna take a year off. Go
Yeah.
go. I don't know. Do something like.
I mean, foreign's not that crazy,
Travel.
but it's definitely
I know.
enough to, like, chill for a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you could afford a house like
you
a
could-
little cabin somewhere in
I
the
mean,
woods.
you could move to Texas and get a pretty decent-sized house for, like, 150, 200,000.
Yeah, I wouldn't even buy a giant house unless I was renting it out. I'd be simple
I
living.
mean, I would want, like, a big house, but I would want, like, quality over size.
Yeah, 100% because
and like functionability.
yeah, I for example, like I mean, our house right now, it's like I want a garage.
Yeah.
I just
like
want
a
a
two-car
garage.
garage would be
Y-
sick.
Yeah, like that would be beautiful. Like you could
Just
do
to have
so
that
much shit. Like
space,
yeah,
yeah.
doing like I would want space to do activities, but I wouldn't need a giant mansion. I wouldn't need like a basketball court in my backyard or anything. Maybe
I just
not
want a
not
gym.
yet.
I want a home
eventually.
gym.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
once I start hooping.
yeah, yeah. But once I
But once I
I'm
get these new
once
shoes.
I turn up on you boys, you better back off. But yeah, no. I mean, maybe a tennis court or a bowling alley in my house. Maybe. Yeah,
One bowling lane would be
yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
sick.
that'd be really
that'd be
cool.
dope, right?
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really fun.
That'd be amazing, right?
Imagine just having a bowling alley, like,
You could
2
have-
lanes in your basement, just have
Yeah,
friends over.
so
friggin'
sick.
Just
sick.
bowl for free.
And there's people that have that, like, often. Like, I mean, I bet there's people in Western New York that have a bowling alley in their house.
Probably.
Sure, yeah.
Like, it's
I
not,
saw
it's-
this one house. I was just looking at houses for fun. There was this house. It was $400,000, but it had an indoor pool.
Was it around here?
It was like in Williamsville, I think.
There's places on
island.
Cayuga Island
Yeah,
that
they
have indoor pools.
There's only 400,000. Isn't that crazy?
No.
Had an indoor pool.
No.
The yard was huge, and it had like 5 bedrooms or something. Like the house it was only a 1-story house. No, it was a 2-story. I don't know, but it was like really really nice on the inside. Like very
That'd be
big house,
sick.
and an indoor pool with a hot tub.
I feel like that's almost the type of thing you need, like, with, like, giant windows that you could open during the summer. But,
Yeah.
like
But
'cause-
for the winter, like relaxing.
Yeah, that would be
indoor
amazing.
pool would be such like a stress reliever. I
yeah,
feel like,
people
just
wouldn't even
chilling in there.
Yeah, because we used to go camping. Well, not camp. Jesus Christ. We would go up to a place where like we would camp, but we would sometimes go to the same place and we would stay at this hotel like all the time during Thanksgiving. We would always go up there. It was Old Forge. It's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from here. It's like upstate New York, and we would go there and like stay at this hotel, and they had an indoor pool and like a sauna and shit, and it was like amazing because it'd be
Oh,
like
yeah, even a
snowing
sauna
out.
in
It
your
was just-
house?
oh, it was the best. You
I
know?
was
Most hotels have pools.
Well, I mean,
not indoor
that
though.
was-
Indoor pool, like an indoor pool in the winter for some reason is hype. Have you ever been in
true,
one
yeah.
where it's like an indoor pool that's
And
like
it goes
heated?
to outdoor.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it goes to outdoor.
Okay, yeah.
That shit is so
yeah,
nice.
That's what I was getting at, and
Okay.
also not only that, Kyle,
What's
you
that?
dick.
Let's hear it.
He said most hotels.
was that?
Hotel.
I grew up pretty poor, so we were able to live like you, all fancy, going to. Oh yeah, we were staying at hotels every week where they had. We couldn't
Because
afford-
I was homeless.
We were staying. Yeah. No, I just remember it
I was
because
skipping
it was
town.
around Thanksgiving.
Dude,
Swimming around Thanksgiving is just weird.
I was watching house tour videos on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever done that. Watched house tour videos on YouTube.
Oh, I love that.
There was
yeah.
this like $40 million like house mansion thing.
Yeah.
But it was in Dubai on like the islands there.
Yeah.
Like on the man-made islands. And one of the rooms was called the snow room.
Just snowed.
And then you walk in and there's just a pile of snow. I was like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Just a soggy ass room.
Yeah.
You just walk in there and it's just freezing cold. Like, what would you ever want to do that for?
They did that at the Erie County Fair. Like they had like a snow, like a skating rink
Yeah,
with
but
like
that's
snow
cool.
and stuff. And it was kind of but it was a skating rink. But like just to have like a snow where you could build a
There's a-
snowman.
In the
Like
mall.
you're not gonna want a snowman like all the time. Like I always think about like functionality. Like it's
Well,
exactly that. You know what I mean? It's like why?
the room was like the size of a closet and it just had a pile of snow in it. That's it. So unless it's like you're super hot and you need to cool down, but like I don't know. But in Dubai,
What about for like snow cones? What if you're like
Nope.
the biggest fan of snow? Oh, you couldn't use it for snow cones?
it's just snow.
Artificial, yeah.
Well, what is a snow cone without snow?
A snow cone is more like icy. It's like
Oh.
ice. I mean, I guess you could probably, but I don't know.
Oh.
But you know, there's a mall in Dubai. It's like this giant mall.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It has like a skiing hill in the mall.
Yeah.
Holy
Artificial
fuck.
snow that you go and you ski on. And it
Yeah.
also has an aquarium in the same mall. Like
Amazing.
a full-size aquarium.
Dude, it's so
Wow.
sick. It
It's
literally
insane.
looks crazy. That's what they try to do with like that. Just like the dumbest shit ever.
Oh,
that they had-
downtown where they did that?
Yeah.
Downtown
That
they had
skiing hill?
the skiing hill, but it wasn't even. It was like a tubing hill. But it was
Yeah,
like,
it's just so stupid.
why? Like, why do you have that here?
Yeah.
Open for like one summer.
Yeah.
But there was a place called the Ice House on 3rd Street, but I think that was just a bar where people would go and like do coke and just
Oh, that's why they call it. They do
Fellatio.
crystal meth.
yeah.
There was this bar.
It's closed down now.
When I was in Iceland, there was a bar. Everything was ice. Like the inside, you walk in, all the chairs,
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
that's
tables
sick.
were
Oh, wow.
ice. There was ice sculptures. Like the cups you use are ice. The bar
Yeah.
itself was ice. Like everything was made out of ice.
There's a hotel like that too.
And they give you like oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But they give you like this big like winter jacket to go in there, and you're just like chilling in there.
That's
Like
so sick.
it was really expensive, but it was kind of cool.
I mean, I guess it's worth it if they are in a nice bar. I mean, it
Yeah,
probably costs
that's one
so
of those
much money to
things that
make.
like you
You
go
do
there.
for the novelty.
Yeah, you go there one
Yeah.
time, you're like that's cool.
Mhm.
But like if you lived in Norway, like no
Your
shot,
favorite
you're not
customers,
going
yeah,
there
Your
every day.
favorite
Getting a
bar
repeat.
is like the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ice castle. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
it's like $30 just to get in.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
just
Well,
drinking like ice wine.
it's $30 to get into that
Uh-huh.
place in Buffalo. What's that place called that we always joke about? The
Tapu.
fucking Topo.
Taboo.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up Topo Day Club for $30.
Oh.
Fucking- I'd rather go to the ice club in Norway and then
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it
Topo
was,
Day
yeah, it was in
Club.
Norway.
Topo Day Club
Norway's
in Buffalo,
dope,
New York,
dude.
United
Norway's
States.
so cool.
Yeah, I want to go somewhere. I was thinking about going to Hungary.
Why Hungary?
Yeah, because I was just watching the soccer game today.
Just thought about it.
I was thinking about going to Budapest. Budapest would be cool.
I want to go back to Spain.
Spain would be cool too.
Singapore's
would be your
cool,
what
too.
would be your number one
Spain.
country? Kyle?
Maybe like Afghanistan or something.
Hell
just to
yeah.
mix it up.
Yeah, just shake it up.
Yeah. I wonder like what the tourist life is like there.
Probably terrible.
It's probably
You
good.
probably get kidnapped and held
Yeah.
hostage for
Or, like, in, like,
money.
That's
It-
cool.
In the Dominican, I think like they have resorts, but then if you go off like the beaten path,
There's a lot
you
of
most
places.
likely get
Yeah.
fucking abducted.
Dude,
and
at
like,
the
yeah, don't do
resorts
that.
in the Dominican, you can't even like you have to drink bottled water. You can't drink anything else.
Anything
Otherwise,
else?
that's just like alcohol. But like,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think that
their
happened to the
water's not good.
Sabres. A couple Sabres players, they were like on vacation somewhere in like south of the border, and they went off the path and they got fucking abducted.
And they
Yeah.
got decapitated.
I think
on-
they might have got
on-
killed.
on live telly, which is pretty crazy. Kind of cool though.
Yeah.
kind of cool. That's nuts.
I'm gonna
Though. I want to
look
go
at
to the like. My mom went to Costa Rica, and that looked cool. There's like monkeys and stuff.
Facts.
I want a monkey.
Oh, dude, I'd
Imagine having a pet monkey.
I'd ride a monkey.
You'd ride a monkey?
My dad
Oh
said
no, I was
he
thinking about a
fucking
hippo.
he lived in the Philippines and he bought like a house for super cheap and he had like a weird exotic pet. I can't remember what it was. Maybe like some kind of large bird of some sorts.
Dude, if you go to like Thailand, everything there, like we'd be like basically like millionaires. Like
Fuck.
a lot of my friends have been there, obviously like through the Navy, and like they rented a mansion. It was like $400 a night. They rented
Wow.
a full mansion, and then they hired a private driver for the entire time they were there. They paid him like $100.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry to interrupt, but what you said earlier, I had to.
Is it false?
I had to Google it. No, it's true. In 1984, no, it was 87. In 1987, Paul Sear, of the Buffalo Sabres, was shot in a robbery attempt in Mexico.
Jesus,
He died.
that's how Pop Smoke got killed.
Yeah, and a robbery attempt. It was
They
in-
stole his watch and sold it for $2,000.
Pop Smoke didn't
That's
play
crazy.
for the Sabres though.
Yeah, that's facts. Pop Smoke just created
Hits.
Invincible.
Yeah.
And welcome to the party.
One of the girls that was on my ship went to high school with him. When I
Yeah,
was
that's pretty
meeting.
nuts.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where did he go?
I don't know. It
Somewhere
was
in Brooklyn, eh?
Yeah, somewhere in New York. In the city.
How old is he?
He was like our age.
Yeah, right?
Maybe a year younger than us.
I think he actually might have been younger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty
But he
crazy.
sounded like a 40-year-old man.
Facts.
I wish I was a 40-year-old man.
Me
You will
too.
be soon enough.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that
Yeah, I
crazy
know,
to think like,
facts.
how,
That's
how
gonna
fast time is
suck.
going?
I mean, it's weird to think like we're the age now that like, well, at least for me, like this is how old my parents were when they had me.
Yeah, not same here, but yeah, that is pretty crazy.
It's like when they bought this house, they were my age,
Wow.
which is weird.
So
That is
it's
pretty
like
nuts.
that meme on Twitter. It's like me when I'm 30 and my parents when they were 30. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So like yeah, just
They had like
that.
their
So-
own house and
yeah,
like a
exactly.
kid and
And,
stuff.
and I'm
They're-
just and I just have like a pocket pussy and there's cum all over
Yeah.
my pocket.
They fucking bought a house and shit, and we're here making a podcast.
I
I'm
got fucking
sweeping dust.
10 cum sock rotation.
I just have one. Can't afford more than one. Just using the
I'm
same
jerking
one.
off under the table while I'm recording a podcast with my friends.
My sock,
Fucking-
my
exactly.
sock turned to sandpaper.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Doing woodwork now.
Yeah.
My sandpaper socks.
I got sandpaper socks. I got a sandpaper cock.
What does that even mean?
Means when I put it in
When you got
the
genital
pussy,
warts?
the pussy, it hurts them. It hurts the ladies.
He's got a spiky cock.
That could also be just like an STD, but it leaves them with a rash all the time.
It make them burn.
I
Yeah.
left my mark in that thing.
Yeah. I say, you gonna need a douche after this. Ah. That just meant like cleaning it.
Not an actual dude.
Power wash
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do that once.
You try to power wash what?
Girl's pussy. I said, okay, you go on over there.
Trying
you
to start out.
You hose her down.
Yeah. I had a
Hose her
weed
down in the
whacker, and I took a
backyard.
weed whacker to her pussy.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, I've been there.
It hurt her.
Well,
Believe it or not.
it was actually horrible.
She didn't like that.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah. Anyways.
All right.
Well.
Where do you even go from
Yeah.
there?
Where
What?
do we go from here?
What, talking about weed whacking puss?
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze.
Maybe yard work.
Again. Oh, yeah. Why don't we talk
Talk
about
about
yard work?
gardening?
Yeah.
On the garden
On
pails?
garden-
Oh yeah.
Pals.
I think this is the first time garden's actually been mentioned.
Yeah.
I used to grow corn in my backyard. I had corn stalks in my backyard.
Is that true?
Really?
That's actually true.
What happened to him? Did you ever eat the corn?
We
I
talked
don't-
about corn last podcast. And,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
our
did
returning
actually, yeah.
segment,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
corn
that-
talk.
That one's
Yeah.
gonna be called a cuckin' bulls. That's what I decided to
What
call
is it?
Cuckin' bulls.
Oh, cool.
I think we
Cuckin'
were talking
What a
about cucks
cool-
for a little bit.
And
Whoa.
bulls riding them, and it's
What a
Cock
cool
and balls.
name.
Wow.
hey.
That's a cool name.
That one will probably be out by the time this one's out. I would hope.
Well,
Yeah.
Father's Day's tomorrow.
Oh,
Christian's really excited.
yeah. Oh.
Christian's really excited for that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna
I'm going to my father's.
just listen to sad music that reminds me of my dad and cry for a
You
few
can-
hours.
You can come to my dad's house.
I just listen to Photograph. by
I
Nickelback over and
hurt
over again.
myself today.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, that's I learned how to play that on a piano. I'm
Christian's
gonna,
just
I'm gonna
gonna
bring a
walk
little
around.
synthesizer to his.
But I'm going to my dad's for lunch if you'd like to come. I think my mom and grandparents are going as well.
Oh.
And Kyle too. You can come if you want.
Oh.
I don't
Shit,
know.
I'm down.
What do you guys?
Pops ain't here.
What do you?
He's
do?
got horseshoe.
Are you gonna call your pa?
Maybe.
Come on.
We got horseshoe and
Joking.
I think we're eating burgers.
Oh, horseshoes. Fuck. I'm really good at horseshoes. What's your favorite lawn game?
My favorite lawn game?
Your lawn game. Lawn
Beer pong.
game. It's not really a
Yeah.
lawn
I
game.
know,
is
I
it?
know. I don't really
mean,
like-
it could be though.
I'm not the biggest fan
If you play it on the lawn, it's a lawn game, right?
of. I don't really like lawn games that much, to be honest.
Yo, you crazy?
Like they're fun for a little bit, but like,
Yeah, playing them all day can't cut it.
if you play lawn games for like 3 hours, like, oh.
I'd rather just play a drinking game than you just get fucked up and then
Yeah.
you can't get sick of it because you're already drunk.
But I
Like,
think
just
horseshoes is
going.
very fun.
Horseshoes is a good.
Horseshoes, yeah.
It's
And
one of
it's-
those like slept on. I
I think it's the one I
good.
played the least, which is probably why I like it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because
I-
it's like you got to have a whole fucking pit. You
Yeah,
got
it's
to have
kinda-
everything. You got to dig
I'm gonna
a
be
hole.
honest.
It's kinda
I
hard.
actually don't really like cornhole.
No, I don't either.
I think that's
No.
kind of the worst of
Yeah.
all of them.
I don't think it's the worst, but it's just
what's the
like
best?
Overhyped.
I think the best to me is Can Jam. I love Can Jam.
Can Jam's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can Jam, I literally never get sick of Can Jam, to be honest. But I also like to play it from like a super long distance rather than like,
I don't
short.
like long. I don't know.
That's a hoop.
Can Jam's fun though.
Yeah.
But I mean, what? I feel like there's not that many yard games to even play.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the ring toss we have is kind of fun.
Dude, I have that the tower where it's like you throw the balls and it like wraps around the tower.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
ladders.
Yeah, ladders.
That's
fun.
actually really fun.
I
haven't
should bring
played that in a
over.
while.
I actually forgot.
Or the
about
one where you put like a bottle on a stick and then have to hit it off with the
it.
frisbee.
I've never played that still.
We had that for a little bit. I don't know what happened to it.
Where is it? Let's play it. Let's go to
It's probably got
Walmart
thrown
and get
out.
it today.
Let's throw down.
How much value of things that you had that have been thrown out by your parents? Like how much do you think?
I could. Well, that one dog that got ran over, my mom threw that out.
How much is that worth?
A dead pit bull. I don't know. At least
What?
$100.
I was going through like some
Oh.
mild
Wrapped
stuff.
in a blanket.
Oh.
Just like even like Pokemon cards. I went through mine. I sold one for $400. One card,
Wow.
$400.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
One shark.
I wonder if
Matt Anderson donated all of his cards to Goodwill
Oh,
What?
wow.
before they like.
and then now they're like a thing, right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
like the original
never had 'em.
boxes, the original Pokemon boxes, if you have an unopened booster box, they sell for like $60,000 to $100,000, depending on like what set it is.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything now. I want to buy just everything now, and then that way, if
Well,
it's
that's
worth
the thing.
money
Like
in the
some
future-
things, yeah, you won't even know what's
That's what
gonna
I
be
think
worth
about,
money.
too. Oh yeah, my mom threw out a cat that I had too. She brought it to Love Canal and just let it out.
Oh my god.
What kind of cat was
Just all of
it?
the
It
animals.
was that I had a black cat. Its name was, I don't know. You probably seen it. Its
Wasn't
name
the
was
blind
Kiki.
one? It was
No, it
blind?
wasn't blind. It had mange, so it was just like losing hair. It was kind of spotty, and I don't know. It was a decent cat. And
Did
then
it find
she,
its way back home?
no, she did no. She just brought it to Love Canal, and then she just threw it out.
That's terrible.
And then I also had
Yeah, but cats love Canal.
I had a guinea pig in a cage, and she brought it to a dumpster and put it in the dumpster. Then we went back, and she was like, "No, I can't do that." Then we actually got it out.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's terrible.
So she draws the line at guinea pigs, but not like cats
Dumpster
or,
guinea pigs, yeah.
or dogs.
Cats with mange, forget about it. My cat's on thin ice right now.
Is she really?
No,
Oh.
no.
What if your mom did that with your cat
Gypsy,
now?
no, she likes Gypsy too much.
Yeah, that's
She
good.
wouldn't do that.
That's good though.
Yeah.
We've never thrown out an animal per se, but my dogs ran away when I was a child and I was sad.
Never
That
came
sucks.
back.
Never came back. My grandpa opened the garage door, which they were in there, and they ran away. And like 3 hours later, we realized, and then they were never seen again.
Never. Yep. Too. Fuck.
I don't think I've ever had an animal run away.
Oh no, you had a fucking. I meant to say this. You had a turtle in a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
In your
In your
fucking
basement.
How the fuck's the story about that thing? Let's hear it.
Okay, well, when we were younger, my sister,
Tough guy.
always,
Yeah, you're tough now.
my
yeah.
sister always liked to have animals around the house, and she
Turtle in a bucket.
she
That's
wanted
gonna
a
be the name
turtle.
of this episode.
Turtle in a buck.
Yeah.
She wanted a turtle, but we got a tank,
And a
a really
bucket.
nice, a really nice tank and stuff, and we set it up. It was really nice for like maybe a month.
Then you realize you had to clean it, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Oh, you're saying me? Everyone always fucking persecuted me. They always fucking.
Well, I'm not gonna go up to your fucking sister. Who I do.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's
Become
the
some
deal?
turtle activist.
Well, I mean,
gonna
she's
call her
probably
right
gonna
now.
hear
Yeah.
this, and now
You should call her.
Okay.
Can you
don't-
ask her
don't
about the
actually
turtle in a
call her.
bucket?
Yeah. Here, hold on. I
Fuck
will.
it.
Let's
That'd be
see.
funny.
Anyway, we went to the basement after visiting the Hanover
Oh, we would
residence.
pee in the
Because we
bucket.
used to hang out in the basement for a little bit.
and I
Before there was green
look
slime.
into this blue bucket, and there's just a turtle,
Don't tell her.
and it was
On the
alive,
podcast.
I won't.
an alive turtle, in a bucket. And I said, "How long has this been there?" And he said, "Couple months."
Mike should be able to pick it up
Okay.
if you. Like,
I'm
put it
gonna
up.
leave it up there once
Mhm.
she answers.
Yeah,
though.
perfect.
Um,
Cool.
If she answers.
she's not gonna
yeah,
answer.
if she
I could
does,
just
no
harass
I
worries.
feel like
mom about it.
she's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
She's not even gonna know.
She's gonna play it in.
No,
a
she's
second.
What
gonna-
turtle?
She's gonna know. She knows about a turtle.
She hangs up instantly.
Turtle bucks.
Don't talk about that. They know too much.
What was his name?
Oh yeah, what was
Did you have a name for him, or was he?
Oh, my sister had a name for him. I forget. I didn't like to see him. I would
Frank or
Ooh.
something?
I would
Frank.
I would shun him.
Didn't you? You fed it though, right? You would like sprinkle shit on top of its shell.
Yeah, if everyone reminded me.
Well, yeah. When I'd be taking a piss, I'd be like,
What
"Hey,
even? How
did you?"
did it? What even happened to it?
I think you said you took a piss in the bucket once.
And it died.
I think he peed on it when we were in there.
Well, I threw a little bleach into it.
Oh my god.
I didn't do that either of those, by the way.
Yeah, sure. Tell
Someone's
it to
gonna-
the fucking
Someone's
judge.
gonna call.
What happened to the turtle? That's
I'm
what
sure
we
we have a
all
lot
want to
of
know.
animal rights activists
I
listening
think,
to this
I think
right now.
my mom brought it to Love Canal.
To be fair, we were children,
yeah.
so it's not really.
To be fair, I was not the one that put it in the bucket.
And it wasn't me.
No one's answering.
Who put it in the
apparently.
bucket? Your mom?
I seriously I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember we had that tank, and then all of a sudden,
It was in a bucket.
and all of a sudden we had tank
Next thing you
turtle,
know,
and
he's
then we
in
had
a-
bucket turtle.
Next thing you know, he moved to a bucket.
Yeah.
Yo, that Bucky
He
turtle.
just sat
yo.
there in the
That's
dark
bucket turtle.
Yo,
basement.
that bucket.
Bucket turtle. Yeah, no. But that turtle lived a long, happy life in that bucket.
Sure.
A long 3 weeks
I'm sure.
I
in a
remember,
dark
like-
basement.
I remember,
Oh
like,
my God.
my sister had a friend over once, and they were like,
my
that
God,
girl had a
turtle.
turtle too. Apparently, like, who the fuck owns a turtle? But apparently, this girl owned a turtle too.
This bitch.
She's like, oh, when's the last time you like scrubbed the turtle's shell?
I said, what?
I thought that was just in movies. I thought that was just
yeah.
in Shark Tales.
Yeah, I didn't believe it. Anyway,
When's
so
the
that
last
girl
time
like
you've done anything to take care of this turtle?
Yeah. Last time you took
I'm
it out of
always
the bucket.
persecuted for this. That was not my turtle, and I don't have to answer for that goddamn turtle. I tried to free that turtle a few times, and I tried to flush it.
His shell was too big.
Yeah, he couldn't get flushed.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but anyways, so it was a good turtle though.
He was a nice guy.
I had a friend who lived on 92nd Street too, and he had cats.
Oh,
and he
no.
would the cat would just sit in the litter box, and this kid, he would scoop shit from the from the litter box, and he would put it on top of the cat's head.
What?
And the cat wouldn't move. It was just
One time I had a leaf blower.
probably 8 years old.
I had a leaf blower, and my little brother and his friends were sitting in the sandbox, and I came up with this plan. If you turn a leaf blower on and they're like using it, but you cover the front of it, it builds up pressure because there's a bunch of air in there, and then you can move it and it would like shoot things out. Well, I had scooped up some dog poop and then put it in the leaf blower and blocked it and full powered it. I was on like one side of the yard, and they were sitting in the sandbox on the other side of the yard. So I was building up the power or whatever, and I think I was using a red Solo cup or something. I moved it, and it launched the shit across the yard, and it hit the kid in the face,
Oh my god.
and it was hilarious.
Oh,
I felt kind of bad.
Did he get a black eye from a poop?
No, it just hit him. I think I actually put the
Had to
poop.
put a steak on his
I
eye.
put the poop in a sandwich bag because I didn't actually want to hit him with poop, but I did, and it literally hit him in the face. It was a perfect shot.
Oh, like it came out of the bag and then pooed.
No,
on
it
his
stayed.
forehead?
It stayed in the bag.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as bad then, I don't think.
No, but it
I
was
wouldn't
still.
want to get hit by that either.
It still hit him right in the face. It was pretty funny.
Wow.
That it actually worked as well. First try, headshot.
Oh.
Me and this group of people, we always used to, shit in bags and stuff for hobby. And
Bag
we-
shitting.
we-
Burn it on someone's like.
No, we never did that, but we would. Somebody shit in an envelope. Maybe I don't know if it was
In an
me or
envelope?
not. Perhaps, allegedly. But then shit in an envelope, yeah, and then sealed it, and then put it in the street, and then a car ran it over, and it sounded like a gunshot, because it was sealed perfectly, so it's just super loud.
It was like blowing up a bag.
Yeah.
You should have put a random address on it and got
Mailed it to
stamps
somebody?
and mailed someone a poo. The mailman's this batch of mail
This feels
smells
weird.
a little bit weird.
Smell feels weird.
Or like we would like stand on opposite ends of the street, and you would pretend like you're holding a rope.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
probably
Oh,
did that
yeah.
too. Yeah, that's so
I
stupid.
did that with an actual rope.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't work. You guys
With a
got
fishing
yanked
line, and we made our friend run into it, but he
Cut
didn't.
his legs off.
So we set it up for him to run into it, but then he wasn't coming outside, and then a car started coming down the street, and we had the rope like a fishing line tied already. So we're like, oh my god! So we started like trying to roll it up the tree,
Yeah.
and we got it high enough, but like you know how cars have like antennas.
Oh yeah.
Well, the car had an antenna with like a little smiley face, and hit the rope, and then the antenna was like zoom, and the smiley face like
It
flew off of it.
decapitated
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and we were like, oh.
Did you guys get to collect the?
Yes, we did take it.
Yeah. That's,
I don't know what we did with it, but it was like our neighbor down the street.
To the spoils go the victor, eh?
Yep. We were the dominant neighbor after that. He never talked to us again.
As you should.
I actually don't know any of my neighbors
I don't-
besides the ones right next door.
I don't know my neighbors anymore either, but I also moved.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I've lived here forever.
You guys ever have any like motorized like scooters or like electric scooters, like the Razor ones? Like I had a gas powered one, and this girl, Tawny, she
Oh.
She was friends with my cousin, and she got on it, and she was riding down the sidewalk, and she fell, and she just dusted her front teeth completely.
Like they were
They
gone?
fell off.
Yeah, no, she just fell face first off this gas-powered scooter.
Did the teeth get gone?
They were fucked. Yeah, it looked horrible.
My roommate fell down a flight of stairs and his teeth went through his face.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
I
pretty
mean-
electric.
Pretty electric. But then he left the hospital, right?
Yeah, he was all bloody and messed up, and he was still drunk from the day. And he was like, they were like, you have to stay here for a few days. You're gonna need plastic surgery. And he
said, nah.
He's like, fuck that. And he got up and he met me, and we went back to our apartment.
Does he have like scars?
Yeah, he had to get plastic surgery.
Oh, he actually did get
Yeah,
plastic
he actually
surgery.
did get plastic surgery. It was really bad.
That's crazy.
It's disgusting. I didn't want to look at him.
Because they can't put you on a pain IV if you're drunk, right?
I'm no doctor.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe that's.
I
what
don't know.
Maybe that's what they told you. But
I mean, my
know.
brother's Terrence's tooth went through his lip, but
Oh.
we were kids. We were all rollerblading in the front yard, and
And he
he
ate shit?
fell forward,
That's your first mistake.
hit his face on the ground, and his tooth went through his lip.
Oh.
But like, nobody knew at first, so there was just like a big pool of blood on the ground, and like he went inside, and my mom was like cleaning him up, and then she realized that there was a hole through his lip, and she said she felt like sick to her stomach when she saw it.
Oh.
yeah, that's horrible.
And he had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
I don't like teeth going through anyone's face either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's gross. Imagine
Oh.
that much force that your tooth goes
Oh, that's disgusting.
through your lip.
I don't understand how only one tooth does.
Yeah,
Aren't
that's
they
a
all
good
kind of
point.
like close to each other? Like how does one?
I don't really know.
I've never
How does
understood
your
that.
whole lip not just get?
Yeah, you you technically you could lose this whole like. That's what happened to my roommate. Is like it was just like fucking loose. It was hanging.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to be gross. This is a gross out podcast. Kinda.
This one time when I was like 12, I had a spray paint can on a stump, and I hit it with an axe, and then it spray painted my whole face purple.
Oh my
And
god!
it didn't get
really?
in my eyes at all.
That's amazing. Did you close your? You probably
I
flinched.
somehow closed my eyes before the paint hit my face, but then my dad had to come over with like lacquer thinner, and he just wiped my face with
Yeah.
lacquer thinner.
Oh, did you?
Then it was gone.
Is that why you looked the way you did?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Dude,
Fucking A.
God.
This one time I was camping with my friend, and he had like spray paint in there or whatever, and we like kept asking if we could go and like spray paint stuff, and his dad was like, no, and then she's like, all right, whatever. So we take a can out there, and we're just like spray painting stuff on trees because we're like literally like 7 or 8, maybe we're like 10, but I'm probably like 10. I'm just like spray painting trees and stuff, and then it like runs out, and we're like, pressing it, and it's just like air coming out, and I was like, oh, dude, one time my friend told me that like if you inhale spray paint, you get high. And my friend's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's actually true. And he's like, should I try it? And I was like, I mean, I guess so, whatever. He's like, there's not paint in there. So he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And he like puts the can like this and sprays, but paint comes out, shoots him in the face. So there's just spray paint on his nose.
Oh.
So then it literally looks like we're just huffing paint in the way.
Oh my god! Did
It
he
was
get
like,
high?
It was on his teeth.
Oh
It was all over his
God.
teeth, all over. Like it was just like covered his nose and his mouth with
So there
spray
was no
paint.
reward
And
either.
no,
I
it just
have-
was one spurt, and then we came back, and his dad's like, "What the hell were you doing out there?"
Oh.
And like we told him exactly what happened.
And did he believe you?
He's like, "Okay,
Beat the kid.
probably yeah."
He was like a cool dad.
He was all right.
He was cool with it.
He was like a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Oh, so he's not cool.
Yeah, he wasn't that cool.
So what I have just a quick one with spray paint is the one time we were shooting shit with a BB gun, and my friend was like, "Yo, you could probably like hit the spray paint can with the BB gun," and we did it, and it fucking exploded, and they called the police on us, the neighbor. And then actually, that also reminds me, is in the backyard of
In the
my
garage,
house.
yeah.
And one of my friends, we were just burning shit in the.
Well, because you were moving out of your house.
Yeah, we had a
I
bunch
think
of
you had
junk.
already moved into your new house, and then your house was kind of just your old house was just a fuck fest for like a couple
Bunch of
weeks or maybe a
hooligans.
month.
Yeah.
How long was it?
It was like probably a month, and there was just a bunch of hooligans there, and I was just staying there with like a mattress in my like living room because we still had electricity on, but like nothing else. So it was just a mattress and I had like
And just a
beers
couple
and cigarettes.
shitty like chairs, the
Yeah.
shitty metal folding chairs.
I was like smoking cigs and drinking beer like
Smoking
in my living room, my
In your
childhood living
home.
room.
Yeah.
I
Oh
just
my
felt like the
God.
coolest guy ever. Felt like the shit. Anyways, we were cleaning out the garage, and there was just a bunch of leftover shit, like, spray paint cans, whatever.
And we
And,
burnt the couch first.
Oh yeah,
that day.
there was a couch in there. We burnt the couch, and so then I was like, all right,
full
everything
couch.
must go. It was
An
like we were
entire
having a
couch.
sale, but everything was free to burn,
And we were drunk as fuck.
and we were just hammered. And my friend, he came over, or no, he came over to me, and he was like, "Yo, can I throw this on as a spray paint can?" I was like,
Fuck yeah.
"Fucking let's run it up."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so he throws it on, and it heats up, and all of a sudden it's like,
Well, I
it's
think
like super loud, like the loudest, like it sounded like an air horn going off. We were like, oh my god,
it's
there's
10
like fire.
at least 11 o'clock at
Yeah,
night, right?
Yeah, and there's fire shooting out the top, and then everyone was like, oh my god. So everyone kind of like
We were
took
in the
cover.
garage like door, and we
Yeah.
were just like peeking out.
All of a sudden, it was like the loudest bang I think anyone's ever heard. Like it
Uh-huh.
was so. It sounded like louder than a firework going off right next to our ear, because technically it was literally
Just
a
a
bomb.
bomb, yeah.
And then we
High-powered
were like,
air.
all right, so we like literally put out the fire
Doused the
really
fire, yeah.
fast, like literally, like it was like an emergency drill where we put out the fire.
There was like 10 of us,
Yeah.
just like little kids just
Everyone just
fucking-
pissing, sword
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah, it was just crazy. And so then we cleared out everything. Like I think the fire was just like still smoking,
Uh-huh.
and we all ran in my house. And there's people that were just like left, and we were all sitting
Yeah.
inside.
As
and then,
they should.
And my
Yeah.
friend started like rolling up like weed, like an
Just
idiot.
getting more
and then-
drunk, yeah.
Yeah, and just like went in, just continued the party. But there was like only like a few of us left, and then
Look out the
we look
window.
out the window, and there's like 10 cop cars just
and
Oh my
around
God.
the
fire
block.
trucks too.
Yeah, and I like
House
they
surrounded.
basically
'cause you had a corner
Did
house.
Yeah.
they come to your house?
yeah
Yeah.
they
Like knocked on the door?
yeah they came
Yeah.
they came in they said bring us out back, like, and they like came in and investigated. Then they
what's the problem,
they-
officer?
they issued me a cease and assist warning.
Good thing
Oh
you were
my-
moving out.
Yeah, so
I think that was the last time we did any dumb shit.
yeah,
at
that was
house.
I think that was pretty much the last night of like anything, because we were just like, yeah, we're gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
I that was my third cease and assist too. I didn't even
just
tell
for
my
having
mom.
fires, right?
Your
got-
third cease
Yeah,
and assist.
I got 3 cease and assists for all the parties I had, because the one, we also got these redneck neighbors that like started like calling the cops on us that moved in, and then they started calling the cops on us every night. Which, to be fair, we were up till like 4 a.m. and there was like 500 people in my tiny backyard.
But
Yeah.
didn't we at one point like hang up bed sheets to like block off like your backyard?
Yeah.
We were hung up something like shit.
so
It wa-
I don't
stupid.
think
Yeah.
I was there for that.
No, I don't think you
No,
were
no.
either. We like hung fishing line, and then like to like
The most,
it was like to try and like hide
Like a
that we were
privacy
having.
fence?
Yeah.
But we like tried to make our own privacy fence, which is like the stupidest shit, because it was like a chain link fence.
just
and
makes
so-
it more obvious.
Yeah,
Like a
it was
four-
so like you're not gonna see all the lights going on
The
behind
lights
these like,
and the
bed
shadows
sheets.
of just
Yeah.
fucking
So
And the
the
loud
smoke.
noises
Yeah.
of everyone
yeah,
screaming.
bombs
that-
going off.
That being said,
Literal.
it didn't work.
yeah.
Did not
the bed
work.
sheets
Yeah.
didn't work, and
So then we
I
just
got another
yeah.
cease and assist. So that was good.
Yeah,
But
that's
I don't
terrible.
know. That's why whenever like people, and I'm not even trying to like whatever like one up anyone that's told me, but like they've been like, people have been like, yeah, I used to have parties and stuff, and I was like,
We used to
Yeah.
make
I
bombs.
had like
Sure.
yeah, I was like we had bombs,
yeah. we-
literal bombs going
Yeah.
off in our
Yeah, I don't
backyard
like
and shit.
having big parties at my house. I just get stressed out the whole time.
I don't. I
Yeah,
just-
because you had the perfect quote. Because I would have the parties, and then the one time, some sketchy kids came over, and we knew that they were sketchy, but they like played it off, and they like introduced themselves in a very nice fashion, and then I went upstairs, and my mom left her purse in the living room, and surely enough, her phone wasn't in there, and then they took like $300, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
just didn't have any more parties. 'Cause
That
we
party
used-
was nuts though. That's when like your entire house was like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
because we would just
Nobody
put
can
like
move.
Yeah.
my address or anybody's address, because there was that.
yeah.
Put anybody's address just on Twitter, and like we would have other people post it, and then they would send it to group chats
Yeah.
of like a link of
that
like
party
was-
that Kyle had, I was in gym class and there was 2 girls like talking. Like I was just like standing there. Like I think we were like waiting to leave gym class, and like you know how like you just like stand there in the hallway basically waiting for the bell to leave gym class.
yeah.
They're like, oh, like they're talking to each other. Oh, you going to that party tonight? And they were talking about your house. And I was like,
Yeah.
I've never like I don't even know who these people are. There's no way any
Yeah.
of us know them.
Just
And they're
random
like,
girls.
There was a
That's funny.
That
I didn't
party
know
was
that. I didn't know
ridiculous,
that.
dude.
my biggest party that I had like that midsummer is when we became friends with people from all over, like all the different schools districts, and I got put into a group message with 150 people.
Holy shit.
I just tweeted, or I just texted my address.
Yeah.
And that was
And
like,
you probably
that
told
was-
them to post about
yeah,
it too.
and that
and
was
if
when
150 people bring one friend
Yeah.
each.
Yeah, and that's why I said there was my
It's
biggest party.
300.
We counted 500 throughout the night. Like,
Yeah.
like people just kind of trickling in and out. And like, I remember like at
That's
a certain point,
insane.
like my whole like it was like
In
at-
a
at the
garage
biggest-
that's like 75.
at the biggest
or
party,
How
there
how
was-
how many square feet do you think your garage is?
I mean, technically it's a 2-car garage, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but we split it in half.
Well,
That's not a 2-car garage.
no. That's when we had
When we
it pushed
cleared it
all
out?
the way back. Yeah, it was completely cleared out.
Your car's a 2-car garage?
It was, yeah. It was considered no, a car and a half. That is. Yeah,
I
it's-
could see that.
There's
That's
no way you fit 2 cars. You can fit like a car and a bike. I mean, it was
No,
like decent
because
size.
we had a boat and a car in there, a boat next to the car.
Wow.
Fucking
Yeah,
A.
I don't think yeah. And if you saw it, like if you went inside, you'd realize it's actually like pretty big inside.
Yeah, I mean
there.
it's big.
So.
But for 500 people,
Well, it wasn't just in my garage though. They were all like in like shoulder to shoulder all around
That's
the
what I'm
house.
In the
saying.
backyard
Like
too,
it was they were
I was
out
just
on
trying
the
to
street.
paint, like,
it
a
was
picture of
crazy.
how
Yeah.
small the space was. For the
Yeah,
amount of people.
it wasn't that big.
Mhm.
And I remember there was like I remember this girl came up to me. She's like, "Oh, I've been wanting to meet you," and I was like, "Oh, that's how do you even know me?" She's like, "Oh, like I'm from Depew, but Depew is like
40 minutes away.
40 minutes away."
That's insane.
And she was like, "Yeah, we like traveled 40 minutes to get here," and I was like, "Why?"
Like you have like a small business
like,
or
you don't have
something that
anything
people
going
are like
on.
raving
Yeah,
about. That's
like,
crazy.
It's like the ghetto wolf or
Yeah.
the ghetto Great Gatsby.
Yeah, oh, that was
Exactly.
That was
ridiculous.
Christian.
Yeah, for real.
The Niagara Falls
The
Great
Great
Gatsby.
Nasty.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Great Nasty.
We'll get back there someday.
No, yeah,
Well,
for sure.
If I don't think I would have quite the.
Well, the problem is now that we would just get arrested because we were teenagers back then. So like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you're kind of untouchable.
Well,
Not
no,
untouchable,
yeah,
but like,
but if you had like an actual house with like a pool in the back, and you had like, I mean, like, you'd be able to. If anything, my mom would have gotten arrested back then because there's underage
Yeah,
drinking.
no, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
but I just think cops are a bit lighter on kids.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They just like okay, turn it down. But like
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, think about like all those like LA parties and shit where like they have like. And just people like I like I've been to big parties in like Brooklyn and stuff where you go
Yeah.
and there's easily like 700 people in someone's back.
Yeah,
like, you
that's
could
true,
probably
that's true.
fit,
It's
like,
got to be cool with your neighbors, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Who's
if
gonna-
you warn everyone, like, I mean, think about just even grad parties, but I mean, you can't, like, we were having them every single weekend.
Yeah, that
That's
was
where
the
it started
problem.
becoming
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
Too many.
But that's because no one else wanted to throw parties. We'd have to
Yeah.
go, we'd have to travel. Like, we ended up, like, there was a few parties where we traveled, like, 40 minutes to
Well,
get
yeah,
to
if
them.
you have
It was, like, ridiculous.
to have it like your garage was good because it wasn't like there was nothing in there.
That's
you know
what,
what I
that's
mean?
what Kyle
Exactly.
There was like
said, too.
nothing
Yeah.
to break.
Well,
Like
yeah.
it was just
And, like,
wooden
Christian-
walls. But it was
yeah.
like nice and like concrete floor, wooden walls.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
unfinished wooden walls. So like
Yeah.
Nothing
what are you
for-
gonna break in there?
Yeah.
Like
I
if
would
I had a
just-
big party here, like my pool could break.
Yeah.
Like
In
there's
the
so
house,
much shit
yeah,
here.
the
Like
house.
these tiles would break.
And
like,
it's so easy to get into the
Yeah.
house where I
Yeah.
would just lock my door and
Exactly.
it was on
So
the side of the
nobody's
house.
going in your
so
house.
smart, yeah.
it
There's
was,
nothing
it
for you
was
to like pull
too
your hair out
perfect
about.
because like there was no worry of anything breaking.
So unless like a girl wanted to take a piss or something,
But
but
I
then
would
you just
have to
walk
just
'em in.
fucking walk them
Yeah.
in. And,
Yeah.
and if anyone else tried to get in, I'd be like, yo, no. Just like,
Yeah.
probably like, back
Which
then
I mean, I
wouldn't,
guess stuff
but,
could
like,
still break, but it wasn't like. I
That
don't
was
know.
like definitely the perfect setup.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in my basement, we'd have a lot of people. But the thing about my basement, that's like 6.5 feet tall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's a ton of low bridges, and people would just break light bulbs with the top of their head when
Yeah.
they would stand up.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Your basement, we had mostly had people we knew too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still had like big crowds.
After the
like,
big parties
50,
in
60
like
people.
in like 10th and 11th grade, that's probably when
Yeah,
I had
11th
parties in
grade,
my
I
house,
remember.
and then after that, I would just have like a couple of people
Yeah.
over.
It was like slowly, like gradual buildup of like more and more people, and then you had that one where it's like anybody,
Then it just burst,
and that's when
then,
people
yeah.
stole the shit.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
same.
As
That's
they
when those
should.
girls were like, "Yeah, we're going to this party," like talking to each
Yeah.
other. I'm like,
And it always
they're going to
seemed like
Kyle's party.
it
Yeah.
always seemed like the worst kids would come when there was no one there for my parties though. Like it'd be like I remember like there was a group of like 5 guys that came. And everyone left, like all my friends left, and they were there at 3 a.m. I was like, I'm fucking closing my garage. Get out at a certain point.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, one more game of Pong. I was like, Jesus, no, get
Yeah.
out of my. And it was like guys I didn't know, so it was me hanging out with like 5 random guys
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
hate
know. I was
that.
like, get the fuck out of my house, like now.
They always have
Like,
the most
"Oh,
energy.
Come on, yeah, I know. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, where are the bitches at? I'm like, You come
like
here
3
literally on. I'm
a.m..
like, well, yeah, it's 3 a.m. It was even later. I remember there was nights where people were at my house till
sun's
7
up?
a.m.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's like,
Yeah.
can you get out? Like the
I mean-
party is over at this point. But that was when people were doing like
Coke
harder
and shit.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, it started
People-
getting real bad.
I remember people were like
I was
snorting
bad for
Adderall
that.
and shit, and I was like, oh my god.
Adderall's not that bad.
Inside a dusty
Yeah, but
ass garage.
yeah, but I mean, no, I don't remember.
But taking
I
Adderall
genuinely,
at like 3 in the morning.
I
is
genuinely
stupid.
don't really remember anyone doing blow unless they must have
it's
hit
too
it from
open.
me.
Too open.
I mean,
But
if there's
also-
500
but also
people there, you're not
in
gonna
high
really see
school,
it.
like I mean, we're not in like Long Island or where people are doing that. Like I think people are around here just smoke weed and drink.
I
like,
remember
and
after
smoke Black
after
and Milds.
Kyle's big
Yeah.
party with like all those people, we found it looked like a cigarette, but if you opened it, there was literally coke in it,
Yeah,
and I just
Oh,
threw
yeah.
it in the garbage.
yeah.
that's crazy. That's
Because
crazy
I was
take.
just
Could've
like,
sold that.
yeah. Now I think about it, I was like, why
Yeah.
didn't I keep that?
Yeah.
But back
Facts.
then I was like,
I don't
"Duh,
think
can't
I
do
don't.
that."
That's like I don't think I ever found any cool shit in my house. Just like some shitty like kids from high school who would always wear the same hoodie. I found one of the kids' hoodies who would always wear the same hoodie, and I'm like, I'm throwing this shit
Yeah.
out for
Yeah,
him.
fuck
Yeah.
this guy.
You did him a
Did him a
favor.
favor, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I found a wallet with like $40 in it once.
oh, score.
But it was like it didn't have. It was literally just a wallet. Like it was like some
No
idiot that
ID?
didn't have any ID at the time. Because I mean they were probably what fucking
Yeah.
18, 17, 18, where they like didn't carry their. Like they didn't. They probably didn't have a driver's license at the time because
Yeah.
everyone was just fucking lazy around here. And like it was just literally a empty or like a empty wallet with just $40 in it. It was
Perfect.
amazing.
Nothing to feel bad about.
No,
Then
no,
you're-
not at all. I just threw it out. It's
Yeah.
fuck that because people would leave like. This was when like those fucking redneck kids would come and like they'd have like their dip fucking bottles and shit.
Ah.
And they'd fucking like leave like bottles of dip. I'm like, can you fucking like dispose of this shit? Because it's like then it's like
Dipping
what do
is
I-
so gross.
The worst part about dipping though is that like they do it in like a beer bottle and then it's like I can't recycle this shit because
Yeah.
your fucking dip spit is in this. Like fucking take it with you. And,
Dude.
and people wouldn't throw it out. It was just annoying.
But then it would go full circle, and one of the fucking dumbass kids they would drink it. Then it'd like
Oh,
give,
yeah.
give you a nice little chuckle.
yeah.
On
That was-
I
my
think that happened to Paul once. He was like,
Yeah, I
"Oh, what the
remember that.
fuck?" After he puked in my sub pump when I told him not to. So
Aw.
I think that's
Idiot.
payback.
God.
Love you, Paul.
Yeah. He's not
Dude.
gonna listen to this.
I know. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh
he
yeah.
said he did a podcast, Bob said he did.
On my ship, you're only allowed to like smoke or dip like in the designated smoke pit, but like obviously you're not going to go out there to dip, so people would just do it like in our workspace, and they would hide their dip bottles so that they could use them again, and so people don't see them. But they're idiots and they would forget about them and then start a new one anyway. So you'd find a dip bottle that's been sitting there for like 2 months.
Oh.
And the one time it spilled over, it smelled
Oh.
so bad, bro.
That's literally poison.
And
spilling
like there
out.
was times
Oh.
where like when you're on a deployment, your garbage has to be sorted and you have to sort it. There's times I had to sort through garbage bags that were full of like dip bottles, so like,
Ugh.
but it's just
Yeah.
like dip spit leaked out. It was
That's what I would have to
It
do in
was
my
awful.
basement, or probably in
Yeah.
Christian's garage too.
all the time.
Awful,
It's
bro.
so annoying.
Yeah, the cleanup. Yeah, nobody ever thinks about that. but
yeah.
then
That's
a
also
fucking
why I
son
don't
of a
like
bitch.
having big parties here, because just terrible mess and like
Mhm. But at least with some of the parties, people would like hang back and be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna help you clean."
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Some
was
of the
nice.
decent
There
people,
was
yeah.
there was definitely like crazy because you wouldn't think of them as being like really decent people, but like
But
there
then
are
they
people
do.
that would just like stay and
Get the
then, like,
brownie points.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
they weren't doing it to be like
Yeah,
oh
just
like
being, like,
whatever. They
nice
were
guys.
just doing it just to like help, and like it was
Yeah.
always like every party. There would be like 3 really random people that would just stay and they're like, "You want to like smoke a bowl?"
It's like when you
and like
go
help
on,
me
like,
clean.
a-
I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?
when
Really?"
you go on like
Okay.
a school trip somewhere and you become friends with like 4 people, and then
I always became
you become
friends with,
really
like,
good friends with people, but
The
then
one
you
substitute. Yeah.
never talk to them again after the trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
You
every
see him
time.
in school, like you don't go to the same school. You're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, but like you're yeah.
But like on a trip, you just make like 2 or 3 random friends, and then you all hang out the whole trip.
Someone really random. Like there was always like it was,
Well, when we went to Boston, I mean, I don't remember the girls' names, but
yeah. Well, you don't have to name names anyways, hon.
there, we
doesn't
hung out
fucking
with
matter.
it was us 3, Ryan Wojawoda, and then like 3 girls that we didn't even talk to ever. But the whole trip,
Yeah, they were like, yeah.
we hung out with them, and then afterwards we never talked to them
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Yeah,
Super
that's a
random.
good point. I didn't even.
But like
think of it
anytime
like
you
that.
do a trip like that, that's how I
you
feel
gotta
like it
like
is.
group up
Yeah.
somehow.
You get like
yeah.
a group of like random people, and then you all become really
Yeah.
good friends on the trip, and then afterwards,
Yeah, it's like
that's
nothing.
it.
Yeah, it's
You're
so
not,
funny.
you don't even like pretend like don't even know each other again.
Just always remember being on like field trips and you would see one of your like friends and they would have like a in like elementary or middle school and they'd always have like a snapback on and they just look just fucking so stupid or just like they just look different.
Yeah.
Literally so
And they like
dumb.
wear like their outside clothes
Yeah.
or something. They just looked like a different person.
When I was in elementary school, we were doing a field trip. It was summertime. We were doing a field trip to the Cave of the Winds and Fort Niagara. And like, it's gonna be super nice out. You know, t-shirt and shorts. Make sure you have sunscreen, all this stuff. And my fucking dumbass, I'm like 10 years old, and for some reason, nobody in my family decided to check the weather for me. So I show up in t-shirt and shorts, and everyone there is in like jeans. They have jackets, like gloves, and like raincoats and stuff. And they're like, "You're wearing t-shirt and shorts?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's what you guys said to bring or to wear." Dude, it was like freezing cold and pouring rain, and I'm standing there at Fort Niagara in t-shirt and shorts, just like, and they canceled the Cave of the Winds part. That's how bad it was out. So I was
fucking
just standing
terrible.
there in freezing cold rain. I'm like a child in t-shirt and shorts because
Oh my god.
I'm an idiot.
That's terrible.
I don't know. I think my dad took me or something. I don't know.
She
Probably
knows.
my dad.
His mom was like, "Yeah." Do you guys want to wrap this up though? By the way, it's about 1:30.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what.
I want to watch the end of that soccer game.
Cool. We just passed an hour, probably an hour
An
and
hour
5
mark?
minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck this.
Thanks for
Okay.
listening.